Good morning, students. I'm going to share with you the answers of worksheet that I have shared with you. In this worksheet, you have the first question, that is, and here you can see the structure of sodium chloride. The lattice structure of sodium chloride is given, and we know sodium chloride is an ionic compound. So the question is, draw the electronic structure of both a sodium ion and a chloride ion. So how you can write the electronic structure? As you know, the sodium having atomic number 11. So first shell contains 2 electrons and the second shell contains 8 electrons. Third shell contains 1 electron. But if it is a sodium ion, then there is loss of 1 electron. Due to that loss of 1 electron, it will contain positive charge. So we no need to write the third shell because we are drawing the structure of sodium ion. So here you have to write the positive charge, which shows 1 electron is lost by sodium atom. So this is sodium ion, positive ion. Second, you have to draw the structure of chloride ion. As you know, chlorine having 17 atomic number. So if you want to draw the electronic structure of its ion, first shell having, this is a nucleus, first shell having 2 electrons, second shell having 8 electrons because second shell having a capacity of 8 electrons, and third shell having 7 electrons in a neutral chlorine atom. But if it's a chloride ion, which means chloride ion is formed by the gain of 1 electron. So third shell will also contain 8 electrons because 1 electron is gained by chlorine atom. Now it is chloride ion. So you have to make a bracket and write here minus. This is now a chloride ion, negative ion. Next question is, calcium reacts with chlorine to form calcium chloride. Calcium chloride is formed. Calcium having a valency +2 and chlorine having a valency -1. So there is a shifting of cross shifting of valency to neutralize this compound. So calcium react with chlorine to form calcium chloride. Draw structure to show the electronic structure and charges of both ions present in calcium chloride. So you have to show the electronic structure. How you can show this? Here I am writing the electronic structure of both. Calcium having atomic number 20. So first shell having 2 electrons, second shell having 8 electrons. You have to draw the electrons in the form of pairs. And third shell having 8 electrons, total are 18. 2 are remaining to complete atomic number 20. Okay, here you can see third shell having 8 and the fourth one shell having 2 electrons. But we have to make the ionic structure. So when the ions are formed, calcium loses 2 electrons. Due to that, it contains +2 charge. So we no need to write the 2 electrons that are present in the outermost shell because calcium belongs to the second group, and the second group elements lose their 2 electrons because they having 2 electrons in their outermost shell and their valency is 2+. So you have to write here 2+ at the bracket. Next, you having a 2 chlorine atom in calcium chloride. 2 chlorine atom will balance the 2+ ion. So that's why we need to. So no need to draw 2 times chlorine electronic structure. You have to write here 2 with the electronic structure of chlorine, which represent there are 2 chlorine atoms. So draw first shell having 2 electrons, second shell having 8 electrons, and third shell having 7 electrons. Each chlorine atom, there are 2 chlorine atoms. So each chlorine atom will take 1 electrons. So they will complete their outermost shell with 8 electrons. So draw 8 electrons. You have to draw it neatly. I am drawing with the mouse, so that's where there is a problem. When you are writing with a pen or a pencil, so draw these circles properly. So you have to write here minus. No need to write 2 minus, because 2 is written here, which is representing that these are 2 atoms. So write here just minus. This will be 2 minus 2, like this. Clear? Next, in this way you have to write the structure. Plus 2 minus 2 will be cancelled out. This is a neutral calcium chloride molecule or a compound. Write down chemical formula of following ionic compounds. You have to write down the chemical formula of the following ionic compounds. Ionic compounds are formed by the bonding of metals and non-metals. So these all are metal: calcium, magnesium, potassium, lithium, potassium, and these all are non-metals. So let's see, metals having a plus valencies and the non-metals having minus valencies. So let's start writing their chemical formula. Calcium symbol is Ca, chloride having a symbol Cl, chloride having a valency -1 and potassium having a valency 2 plus, because they having a capacity to lose 2 electrons, and chlorine having a capacity to take 1 electron to complete its outermost shell. So you have to switch this to here. It will be CaCl2. When there are 2 atoms of chlorine, then this is neutral atom, neutral compound. Next is magnesium oxide. Magnesium oxide. Oxide represent oxygen. Magnesium having 2 plus valency because it belongs to group 2, and oxygen having 2 minus valency. So that's why no need to write any number here, because if I write it like this Mg2O2, this is not looks like good, because these will be cancelled out, and magnesium oxide is a compound. Next, we having a potassium oxide, potassium K, oxide O. Oxide having a 2 minus valency, potassium having a plus 1 plus valency. So we have, if we have to cross exchange the valencies, so it will be K2O. 2 on the bottom of this element and 1 on the bottom of the, no need to write 1. So that's why I have written nothing here. So this is potassium oxide. Next is lithium oxide. Lithium having a symbol Li, oxide O. So sorry, lithium chloride, it's not oxide. Cl. Lithium having a plus 1 valency and chloride having minus 1 valency, 1 minus valency. So that's why no need to write anything on the bottom. This is lithium chloride. Next is potassium fluoride. K is representing potassium and F is representing fluoride. So fluoride having 1 minus valency, potassium having 1 plus valency. So no need to write anything at the bottom. This is the formula for potassium fluoride.